What's up, folks? It's the Global Speedrun Association back at it again with more 70-star Division 1 League action, this time between Counterlogic Gaming's own Cheese and Droz. This should be a pretty decent matchup. I'm Electric, joined in the booth by Hakase, and not sure exactly how this matchup's going to go, honestly. I mean, Cheese, I'm sure many are putting him as their obvious favorite, but Droz getting that 0-star record pretty recently, adding one more star into the mix for his recent runs. We'll see if he's able to remember the other 69 as well as possible to put up a fight against Cheese here. Hakase, what do you think about this matchup?
I think it's definitely going to be interesting. Droz is he's always an interesting player to watch just because he does such nutty strats and like interesting cameras and stuff on a lot of stars. So I always enjoy watching his matches.
Yeah, he seems to pull out strats akin to like some of D-Whatever's more ludicrous strats, but the consistency just doesn't quite seem to be there yet on some of them.
Yeah, and that's definitely because he is known to be like a shorter category runner.
Yeah, more about that burst gameplay, as it's called.
Yeah, he made his way into this Division 1 league through the playoffs, or like qualifiers, I mean. So...
And we can see these standings here now. Cheese sitting at 472 points, decent point differential between him and the top two in this league. Meanwhile, Droz down in 9th place with 278 points. With a nice win, he can soar over Protoman in these standings. But looks like this matchup isn't going to change the standings too much overall.
Droz right on the cusp of that top 8, though. So this could actually, put him in that top 8 if he plays real well.
Oh, yeah. We got the countdown coming from the back. We'll be getting started in just a moment here for y'all.
It's me, Mario.
And they're off.
Hello. Okie dokie.
Should be a pretty decent matchup here. Let's see how their Lakitu skips and such go. I believe Cheese still uses that old reliable kick setup for Lakitu skip. It only loses like 1/10 of a second or something. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure Droz, I don't know what setup he uses, but it's probably the most optimal one, seeing as how he does 0 and 1 star.
EBM9, thank you for the 20 Ches W bits.
Yep, as Legacy is pointing out, this is synced right now. Drop your GSA syncs in chat.
And we'll see how long they can maintain the sync. It's probably going to die after this text box, though. Yep, Cheese with that old reliable right side setup. Got a really clean lineup for the bridge, but Droz with a cleaner setup, but somehow losing a little bit of time. Maybe a couple of the jumps were just a bit less than optimal.
Yeah.
All right, let's see these bomb clips. One player getting medium bomb, one getting large could easily offset this lead, but of course the lead is not solidified from this very first star. Yep, Cheese getting big bomb. Looks like Droz with medium. So Cheese forging maybe a second or so of lead, but nothing too substantial yet.
Yep.
See, more than likely they'll be going towards the slide now. Get those guesses out in chat. The earlier your guess, the more it means when you get it right.
I'll go ahead and say 12-5 from both. Very ambitious, but I feel like both of these players are capable of it.
Commentator going in, all in the pot. I'm going to go ahead and say 12-6s on both sides, just to make sure that at least one of us will be partially wrong. Oh, she's getting bonked on the jump, though. Gonna have to settle probably for the box star.
Yeah.
Draws a little bit of an advantage here. Yeah, she's definitely gonna have to get that box star. When you bonk against the wall like that, it loses so much time that it's pretty well impossible to actually get the secret star.
And you gotta time it so that you don't spawn the first star.
Yeah, it saves a couple seconds, but as you can see from the side-by-side, it's certainly way more worthwhile to just spawn the star. Oh, she's getting the fat ground pound.
Yep.
Let's see. Draws probably going on in for cannon. Oh, nope. Pro Cycle 100 coin first. Kind of an interesting move. You don't see people go for 100 coin first too often. I feel like it's a little better to get the other more fickle stars out of the way to kind of get more acclimated with the stage. Get yourself in that mindset of, okay, I'm doing womps now.
But very clean so far.
Yeah, thank you, Vanya42nd, for the subscription.
And in addition to what you said, it's also like, so he's got 2 stars right now. When he grabs the 100 coin star, he's going to get that extra text box before grabbing the other star. So sometimes players don't like that.
I never even considered that was a thing. I didn't realize that box would still activate in a stage. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, anytime you get 3 stars. Clean Alice from Cheese.
Yeah, there's that text box popping on up. Until you like sit down and try to think of all of those star text boxes, you don't realize just how many there are in the game. Like there's the 3, there's the 8, the 30, the 50. I think there's one in between the 8 and the 30. I don't know why. Oh, Draws not able to get the fence clip and sliding all the way down the slope here.
Yeah.
Really
She's also getting
unfortunate.
Pro Cycle.
Clean first-ish attempt on Owlus from Draws, though.
Yeah, first-ish for missing that fence clip.
That fence clip is pretty precise. These top-level runners make it look really easy, but you have to be landing right on top of that fence to make sure you clip over. And what really sucks is when you're a lower-level runner and you're not going for it, when you get it, you can't really do anything with it. The button presses are pretty different from your standard non-clip movement.
And depending on the angle of the fence clip, you could get the stairs to eat your double jump, even if you are ready for it.
It's one of those tricks that makes what should be a fairly easy star a little bit more of a Monka ass.
Pretty sloppy endings from the players to their 100 coins. Draws took a bonk off of with Womp, and Cheese messing up those lines of coin.
Yeah, draws in a little bit of a lead with his Wild Blue. But he has been showing a little bit of inconsistency in his gameplay today, so I'm not sure if that lead's going to hold for very long. And Draw's going to be going on in for those top of the Fortress stars.
Oh, so Draws have pretty cleaner Womps then.
And she's getting the fence clip. I wonder if Draws, like, it looked based on his angle like he just didn't go for it. As if he was kind of insecure about it from the slope fall. Oh, Draws getting pounded under the Womp and then pounding the corner.
Oh, no.
Doesn't have time to get the rebound, so has to wait around for the Womp to...
She's taking the lead over that. What a mistake to make.
Yeah, the optimal pounds are harder than they look. That's for sure.
Yeah. And ground pounding under the star once.
And with that, she's going to take the lead going into the last star in Womps.
Yep.
And yeah, with that Womp, like, you really only have 2 attempts to ground pound him whenever he falls. After the second attempt fails, you really don't have enough time before he starts getting back up. And there's so many ways to fail that. You could pound a little bit too early while he's still falling, and it starts to play the sound, but it doesn't count. You could do what Draws did, just try to pound a little bit too low. You could just try pounding too early. Taking the bonk off that weird piece of geometry there.
That was, yeah, I've never seen that in this wall before. Real interesting. New ways to fail top of the fortress.
Well, let's hope we don't see a new way of failing the slide. Cheese has to get the secret star this time around, otherwise he's going to be in a world of hurt. I'm going to go ahead and say 12-8 from Cheese. I think he's going to try to play things a little bit safe.
Yeah, both these players let me down on the slide. I'll say 12-7 for both.
Yeah, I think Draws will land another 12-7. And 12-7 from Cheese. Here goes one. And another. Very, very nice. Shoutouts to Kokam for his latent psychic abilities.
Yep. I know what's going through these players' heads as they do it.
Oh, so for you, it's more telekinesis rather than like psychic ability. I see. Kind of an interesting approach. It seems to be working.
Okay. Clean flying from both. Well, actually, Draw's just starting on his flying.
She's had some really clean arcs though.
Yeah.
He is a definite master of Mario's hitbox while flying.
You know, a good way to get good at flying for this star is actually to practice SSL reds. Surprisingly, that star, the flying is way more precise, and you just learn how to take better arcs, or else you miss the coins.
That's a really good point, yeah, because you start somewhat low to the ground on that one, and even though you have a lot of speed, it's certainly hard to maneuver. I've seen plenty of runners miss a red or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like with the case of wing cap, it's like a more severe example of flying since the coins have such a huge disparity in their heights.
Mm.
So it's probably like more similar to I don't know, like trying to learn plus first instead of bomb clip. Well, that's a bad example, but like you're trying to learn like the harder application of flying for this category before you try to learn something easier.
Yeah.
Cheese with a nice shake cycle though. Let's see what Droz is able to pull out on his own cycle. Oh, narrowly avoiding that amp, having to dive really far to the right. I thought that was going to hit him. I'm not sure how it didn't.
Alright. Also clean shake.
Nice cycle there.
See if Draws goes for a long spin throw here. Probably, or like a half spin or something weird. Okay, taking a full spin to do it. Alright, so pretty clean lobbies from both of these players so far. Slight mistakes and womps, but we'll see if they can hold it through till the end of lobby.
Yeah, and more than likely we're not going to have the Monka S-Fest that tends to be Penguin Race, so kind of smooth sailing for the rest of the lobby.
Well, can't even say that after the last race. Rockchalk took a death on 100 coin with just the slide. That was real unfortunate. Let's see if Draws goes for the single star strat here. And he does. Looks super cool. But you gotta be able to speed kick to get it.
Oh yeah.
Draws executing it flawlessly though.
For some of these guys that have like tried for a long time to integrate strats like that into their runs, it doesn't even feel like a single star strat anymore, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just a regular run strat now.
Kind of like that swinging in the breeze topside strat. Like it used to be kind of thought of as a single star strat. I'm sure like people thought like, oh, we'll probably be able to use this one day, but it's interesting to see how those strats can sometimes progress into just being in normal runs.
20 ball kicks will work from Cheese.
It looks like Draws. Oh no, he's going to be starting with that as well. Kind of a lower kick, but making it work just fine. Nice long jump to close it out.
Yep.
Now for some penguin sliding action from Cheese's side. Oh, Draws missing the penguin himself. Getting him on the second regrab, though, not having to enter a new nips chase.
Penguin not nearly as bad as Mips, though. It's a regrab.
Oh, no, not at all. Cheese nearly falling off the slide here. Not sure exactly what happened. Maybe, I guess he just didn't adjust the stick fast enough, and that was the best way he could compensate, but that's going to lose him a few seconds.
Yeah, I think what happened there was you get a lot of speed with that Mario cam at the start, and if you don't switch quick enough, you just kind of go at the same trajectory you were going at before. So he kind of had to stop himself and manually turn around.
And that's a mistake that you don't really see with these runners, but falling off the slide at the beginning is hugely detrimental to the Star because there's really no great backup.
Oh!
Draws. Oh! Okay. The ledge grab saving him. Oh man. I was not. That was a really low ledge grab. I was not expecting that to grab.
That was amazing.
Oh man.
Oh, taking a bounce. All right, that's his 1 coin of leniency.
And at least with this route, if you miss too many, it's only a few seconds, not close to a minute of time loss.
Yep.
He's got that perfect 83 count. And so Cheese is going to be moving on along to the house. The booze house in the middle of Spook Street.
I've seen D start doing a new strat for that last red coin on CCM17, where he does a double jump kick into the Star, or maybe just a double jump and ground pound. It's actually insane, but you don't need a triple jump into that.
Yeah, it's wild how many triple jumps can be replaced with a double jump kick of some kind.
Yeah. Most notably in recent time is like the wet dry world one.
Cheese with that nice little banister bounce to cancel out the diving animation.
Yep.
Let's see how his boo fight goes. I believe he just goes for the normal. Oh, doesn't get the side pound.
Yep.
That was, I'm pretty sure that was because he like ground pounded frame perfectly.
Yeah.
Or if it wasn't framed perfectly, you only have like a couple frames right after you exit the door and regain control of Mario that ground pounding works, but changing your angle doesn't. It's like you have to be holding upright and then like wait a frame or two for Mario to turn towards upright, then pound.
Draws with the cleaner fight. Getting the long jump into the boo and the slide kill.
Oh, Cheese, the long jump just not coming out. That's an interesting mistake. I haven't seen that one around. Because it wasn't like the A press wasn't detected unless he just like somehow hit A then crouch, but I feel like he would have jumped up in the air if that was the case. I don't know.
Yeah, like a backflip or something.
But Cheese moving on out of there. Draws just behind him.
That was an interesting fence flip from Draws.
You can see how upset Cheese is about these pounds.
Honestly, it is one of the more annoying things to do when you're running this game. It's just accidental ground pounds. And
especially when you know that you hit the buttons separately, but you hit them so fast that the game thinks they were on the same frame.
Cheese's timer stopped. Not sure why. But these timers were synced at the start, so just go off Draws' for now.
Yeah, we'll be working on getting that fixed in just a moment.
Yeah.
Might be something to do with, like, maybe he accidentally hit his keyboard when he didn't mean to. Now, Draws missed Mips, but fortunately Mips went in the right direction so he could just grab him right in front of SSL.
Alright.
Cheese with his first plus attempt.
Yeah.
It's looking
Draws
good.
Definitely gonna go for Tomba Plus, so if he gets it, it'll be a little bit quicker than Cheese's.
Alright, let's see Draws' plus attempts here. Big bomb, the double jump, and he's in there, saving a couple seconds over Cheese's first attempt. Nice.
Very clean pluses. Oh gosh, we're missing the star.
What? Oh, okay.
That was just a weird dive angle. I actually see most players long jump after doing those jump dives, so I don't know what was going through Charles' mind there. My psychic abilities are blocked right now.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure either.
Okay, Charles messed up the angle, so backing it up with the same kind of plus that Cheese did.
Yeah, so only saving like a couple of seconds on plus attempts, but ultimately it's good to see them not just go completely catastrophically.
Yeah.
Cheese with a nice Talon star here.
Oh, another ground pound.
They're everywhere, and
Yeah.
you know, on the Hori buttons, the Z button is a lot worse than the N64 Z button. It's very squishy. Like, it's not really held in the controller super well. Like, if you shake a Hori up and down, you'll hear those buttons moving. So I wonder if somehow it has partially to do with the buttons themselves. Like, I mean, a player like Cheese is obviously used to the Hori at this point and used to the way that the buttons feel, but I don't know. Like, whenever I tried running on Hori, I definitely had a couple of issues with long jumping versus ground pounding just because of how soft and non-tactile the buttons are.
Yeah. I'd like to point out that Droz on that Talon Star, he had so much speed that he literally hit the Talon from the right side, which is insane.
Yeah, when you hold neutral instead of holding a direction after bopping the fly guy, you'll maintain your speed, which normally gets capped at I think 30. So with the right setup initially, you can go pretty far.
Yeah. That's something that I always hear, but I never actually tested it out myself. I don't know. I can't get rid of my muscle memory there to hold neutral. It's weird.
Yeah, it's hard, and to do it optimally, you have to like go from the right side of the pillar towards the left, or do that really hard like mid-pillar left side movement. So like it's hard to really make use of that speed most of the time. Like for me, whenever I try to, it's like I'll take this like really out of the way path that I'll like go past Talon and have to then hold the stick towards Talon again. Yeah. I feel like that wastes time more than anything. Draws with a very, very nice speed kick, hot rolling.
Yeah, Cheese had a little bit of a scuff set up there when he did it.
Cheese heading into the volcano. Probably a long jump boost coming out. Yeah, I gotta give it the tried and true.
Might see a pro boost from Draws.
I certainly wouldn't be surprised. Nice pro ending from Cheese, though.
Yeah. Oh, accidental ground pound from Draws now. Coming out for both players. Alright, yes, pro boost attempt.
Let's see it happen. There it is. Very, very nice.
Also doing the... Oh my god.
Yeah, he thought he didn't get up there, and I'm
I think so too. Yeah, that was super sketch.
Now Cheese taking a burn on his way to the volcano, but it's fine. He's just going for elevator tour. Doesn't need all that health. Just gonna
I don't think that was
up
a
the screen.
pause. I think that was like a scare pause.
Yeah.
Missing it.
I think all of Dross's pauses today have been scare pauses, like the CCM pause. There was one race a while back. I forget who else was racing, but I remember Yale was in the race. And on Scary Shrooms and Red Coins, he fell off Rage Pause or Scare Pause, and then realized, looking at the pause screen, that the way he fell off, if he wall kicked right when he unpaused, he could save it. And so he unpaused, wall kicked, and saved the strat. Didn't take a death there. Like that's like the one time that a pause has really proven to be effective at saving time somehow.
Gives you more reaction time. Oh.
And speaking of reaction time, those bullies got their plans out and ready. They're ready for the Home Alone assault that Mario's going to be waging on them. Draws with a much, much cleaner triple kill.
Yeah, they did not want to cooperate with Cheese. Draws might have paid him off. We don't know. We'll have to ask him post-race.
I wonder what the bullies would even be paid in if you bribe them, because, I mean, they seem to only be able to carry one coin. Like, one coin takes up about their body space, so, like what would you pay them with? More lava? Oh my this gosh, is the long jump?
Geez,
okay.
Completely missing it.
The backup here, if he wouldn't have gone back on that platform, that would have been a for sure death, but with that, Draws almost in the lead.
Very nice.
Oh, it's actually synced now. Wow. Oh boy, let's see. Cheese a frame or two ahead, it looks like. You're gonna be able to see the power of swimming in DDD on this run.
Oh, different castle movement too.
Like Draws just barely brushing up against the wall there. On a little bit further behind, but it's not bad yet.
But yeah, 30 stars in and almost a sync. This is crazy.
Yeah, let's see these chess movements. If I had to guess, someone like Draws might have better chest movement, but I don't think that's a sure thing at all.
I mean,
not sure how much he's grinded single stars like this.
I think he's probably less practiced than the star than Cheese. Just because Cheese does so much 120.
That's certainly fair. I just wonder like if he goes for a better strat, but it looks like he's taking about the same route, about the same turns.
Yeah.
Oh, but this final turn, it looks like he was thinking about taking it a little bit shallow. So Cheese saving a little bit of time. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, this isn't the 1 star in DDD that draws his practice more than anything, so...
Yeah, we'll probably see front sub from both of these players.
I'd be shocked if Cheese didn't go for front sub. I don't know. He might know the situation as far as how tight the lead is, and I don't know. I mean, rear sub loses, I believe I've heard like 3 seconds or so it could put the lead in Dross's favor, but...
But, I mean, in a 70-star race, 3 seconds is nothing. If you want to go for consistency, back sub is the way to go. But I'm pretty sure both these players are consistent enough in front sub.
Yeah, and both of them setting up on the camera angles. Let's see how it goes. Very difficult trick, especially given like what camera setup you decide to go for on the submarine. Submarine is notorious for lag. Cheese gets it first try, as well as draws. The 1 star practice paying off in full.
Yep.
Just about a second behind now.
I think draws was a little bit cleaner. Looks like Cheese went for a slightly wider angle.
Now let's see how the Manta swimming goes here. If the Manta decides to be a bully, this could be the biggest lead we've seen in some time. But no bully today. The Manta is a friend, not food.
Oh, but Draw's missing the star.
Oh, the Vortex nearly claiming him. He can't get the swims out. All the lag just getting in the way of that optimal swimming rhythm, but he finally grabs the star.
Probably lost like 6 seconds there. That was crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Cheese with the Fire Sea.
Lava Boost
Very
is
clean
crucial
movement
here.
So far.
He's going for that older movement.
Okay, Draws messing up his camera angle. Probably almost went for pole glitch on muscle memory alone.
And Cheese not able to get Lava Boost with how he made that mistake after the elevator red, but Draws still on pace for it. If Cheese is still able to make early Ellies, it's not going to be the end of the world for him, but if not, why did he still go for that? I did not see that working at all.
Draws went for the old Fire Sea movement as well, so this is going to be pretty tight, but he makes it up there just fine.
Wait, did he? I'm pretty sure he went for the new movement where he goes for that corner red first.
Oh, is that what he did? I thought he was doing the whole movement. No, you're right, yeah.
Nice lava boost from both, and the sync is back, folks. Oh, it's really back now. Draws is a slightly more optimal pound. Draws is in the lead for the first time since Womps.
Amazing.
A barely lead. I think she's ahead now by a frame. It's so close.
This is like perfect saying, to be honest.
Let's see if either of them goes for a 1 spin. That would be insanity.
Draws is probably going to do a 3/4 spin. Like, he's going to grab Bowser from the left.
Yeah, that's what it looks like he's setting up for. Yep.
So, yeah, he threw first. But it looks like they hit the bomb at the same time. Okay, Draw's got the text boxes first, so he is in the lead from that.
EBM accusing us in the booth of playing the same video on both sides. I mean, I don't know how we're getting this game to render 2 separate camera angles and 2 separate movement sets simultaneously. I know it looks a little sketchy, but I promise you, we do not have that alien technology. We don't have the Nintendo 128 that's capable of dynamic split screen with this game. Sorry.
Chase somehow took the lead through.
Yeah, I think Draws just had a bit of sloppiness re-entering Fire Seed. That's how close this race is. The RNG in Wet Dry World 100 could forge a major lead for someone here.
Yeah, definitely the most RNG heavy star in 70, so let's see how it goes. Yeah, it was definitely bad text boxes from that, from Draws.
Right now, Cheese going to be going for the kind of backwards order, going for some of these less critical stars first. Draws already missing his safety coin. Yeah, it's not going to be in his path at all to go back for it. Kind of a strange spider position. To do the pre-kill like that, you want him to be right next to the switch, but where he was, I really don't think there was a great alternative. Nice elevator from Cheese.
Because the worst thing that could have happened there is like the spider walking away if he didn't kill it then. So I would have gone for it as well.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, if he walks towards that right side once you start the blue coin switch up, it's going to be major time loss. One of the weirdest things I've seen, I don't know if this was a practice code only thing, but once I had that spider spawn out of bounds. Like, he was, like, inside the stone area that, like, forms the majority of the town. And, like,
Did you get 2 triple jump wall kicks? I saw him get the one for top of the town, but I wasn't paying attention to his elevators.
I'm sure he did it for elevators, too, if he did it for top of town. Droz narrowly nabbing that corner! Oh, man! That was so deadly close.
The dustiest rollout you could possibly get. Any later in Mario would have done that slow stand-up animation.
Yeah, and I think off of that corner, you can't get a ledge grab. I'm not quite sure, but anytime I've ended up on the ledge there, it like starts the grab and cancels it out because it's too steep. Yeah, Bright Green and Terabang, and confirming that they did do both. She's missing a secret. It's a pretty rare mistake.
Alright, draws on his triple jump wall kick setup.
Taking a little extra time to set up, but the awning kick is good.
Definitely worth it.
She's no safety coin for these last two sources of potential RNG. Nice movement so far. Let's see the chuck, yeah. It's going to go for, yeah, a little bit of a safe throw there. Very, very nice RNG from that box in the chuck, yeah.
Okay, she's also pretty manga-ass on that.
And Droz, meanwhile, misses the spider for top of the town, so having to take a pretty slow swim to get over to this cage. But he gets the second triple, triples off the very corner of that cage. I'm a little surprised that worked, but
It's such an
Droz
awkward
has the
angle.
star in hand.
Triple jump wall kick.
Yeah, just about every awning wall kick is awkward, but that one especially is just something else. Since you're having to come at the wall from an angle and you're trying to like maintain some kind of angle away from the platform, it's all difficult.
Yep.
But Cheese with a minor lead coming out of Wet
something like
Dry.
5 seconds or so. So open the gap 4 seconds in Wet Dry World. Still very close.
Oh yeah, let's see how THI goes. That's something I don't really say too often, but
Yeah.
THI secrets could very well make a bit of a lead change if someone takes a flub by the third secret.
Or flub anywhere in this. If you miss the ending clip and you have to go around, there's a lot of ways to mess this up.
Oh yeah, it's
Just like that.
Commentators curse. We didn't
Yep.
even say anything like hope Cheese doesn't mess this up, but
Draws making up like a second there probably. Cheese had a very nice backup with that triple jump dive.
oh yeah. Pronouncing all the letters in THI in 2019, lol. Do you want me to just call it Philly? like how do you want me to pronounce that? I feel like that would be more jarring if I repeatedly just said, okay, so they're going to the top of thigh now. Well, let's see if they use the mountain clip here in thigh. Looks like they're both going for it. And it's synced again here in thigh.
Yeah.
The greatest stage in all of the 3D Mario history.
Yeah, you can stop making my ears bleed now.
Let's see how this piranha plucking goes.
Yeah, only like
Oh
second
man, I
part.
hate that
Crazy.
joke. Like it's one of those jokes I feel bad for laughing at. Nice piranha plucking from both though. Not too eventful of a star.
Draws did not ground pound yet.
Very nice quick pound. Now let's see TTM. This one is probably going to be a pretty big equalizer compared to some of the recent stages we've seen.
I think Chase will go for bruiseless. I don't know about draws though.
Oh, I feel like they're definitely going to at least go for it. I think it only loses 2 seconds or so if you miss it, so it's not too bad of a time loss to have to take.
Bruiseless loses like 5, doesn't it?
It might lose a little bit more.
I know it's more than 2. I don't know how much it loses.
I feel like I'd heard 2 somewhere, but I could be misremembering from something else. Either way, Cheese getting it, so we're not gonna have to worry about how much time it loses. At least on his end. But draws. Oh, he's sliding all the way down. Oh no.
That is a huge time loss. Gonna back it up with Breeze full.
And then Cheese, meanwhile, taking a big bonk over here. Gonna have to go for these slow wall kicks, and they're so far apart that they're a bit difficult to time. But he's back on it, back on that Red's grind.
Yep.
Nice dive rollout ending there. Taking it a little bit comfy, not as optimal as we've seen some people take that dive.
Weird triple jump from Cheese.
Nice side flip wall kick ending to the Reds though. It's been something else here in TTM. Let's see how Draw's next attempt here goes.
Yeah, not the cleanest mountain clip either. Draws.
All that time
oh
loss.
Oh my god, that was
also
a real sketchy angle for Draws. Did manage to get the ledge grab though.
Yeah, it looked almost like he was going for the like ledge grab on the platform with the 1-up, like that kind of more beginner movement.
He just had like barely no speed to like to do that.
Oh yeah, Cheese with a much more picturesque attempt.
Yeah, that's what you want to do every time. Alright, well at least Draws is 3 for 2 on log wall kicks.
Right now, let's see Cheese's next. Top of the mountain here.
Cheese definitely with a cleaner TTM. Probably opening up the gap quite a bit here.
Oh, Draw's missing the second red there. Kind of an awkward one to back up.
Oh my god, and a ground pound. Oh my.
I'm surprised he didn't back up to go for that long jump again. That was really, really tight.
Loses all his speed on that wall, gets a weird triple jump. Oh man. This is honestly like such a... When something goes wrong in this star, everything goes wrong.
Yep. The geometry is just so awkward. Like, you have a path that your muscle memory like knows to take that feels comfy, but once you're off that path, it's impossible to find your footing again.
Yeah. Much bigger lead for Cheese now out of TTM. Alright, Snowman's head.
Yeah, very clean from Cheese.
Gosh, that's always such a cool strat to see. Double speed kick.
Oh yeah.
It's so clean.
Oh, Draw's taking a death in TTM. He re-entered the stage without a star to grab.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Draw's not knowing his star count. He's probably just, he forgot that he had to back up and do the Breeze Star as his first one. That's that muscle memory kicking in for 70 star. I like to do the same star order every time.
Nice deep freeze from Cheese and a pretty cool top of the snowman from Draws.
Clean ice bully kill for Cheese. Both players slightly messing up on the World to the Freezing Pond star. Draws it a little bit quicker back up.
Oh, Cheese with yet another ground pound. They're just never ending.
Real unfortunate. At least these aren't like ones that cost you any time. Like, of course, they're going to be like a second each, but like, if you ground pound at the wrong time, you lose your momentum and you have to like build it up again in certain stars. It can get really bad. She's unable to ground pound when he wants to under the star. All sorts of ground pound related accidents for him. Honestly, still not like a huge lead or anything for Cheese. Still got all of HMC and all of Tippy to deal with. Let's see, had triple jump wall. Or not triple jump, box triple jump from Cheese.
Oh, Droz bonking right into the wall on his way to Mips. He's gonna have to take a very awkward grab. Getting it first try though, nice.
Yeah, still pretty good.
Let's see this HMC shenanigans from Cheese. Right side, amazing. Oh
my god!
Having to use the backwards long jump not to get up some stairs prematurely, but instead just to stay on a platform.
Yep. Still invalid run. Cheese will be removed from the tournament.
Alright, Droz with a nice triple box.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Cheese moving on in for Christmas Miracle.
I just started to learn that strat, and it's actually crazy, like, all the stuff that goes into it, because you actually have to lag reduce. Like, I didn't know that for the longest time watching players, but you mash C left after the triple jump just to lag reduce, or else you get a lot of lag on that.
Yeah, and the stick movement is kind of weird too. Like, you have to hold neutral right after you get the triple jump so that you actually clear the wall. Like, we joke about how, like, there's no ceiling anywhere in HMC, but there's actually a decently tall wall near the box that you're having to triple off of.
Yeah.
Droz bonking on the opening door, wasting a little bit of that miracle time save.
Yeah. Also, he took a very scary bonk in the room with the black hole, or dark hole, whatever it is. He took a bonk and almost fell off. Alright, Cheese, out of HMC. Heading into Tippy.
Let's see if every runner's mortal nemesis decides to just give him a bit of kindness or maybe make his day a whole lot less cheery. I'm talking, of course, about the 50-star door. It's such a hard strat just doing these dives. She's actually going for like a almost no dive setup there.
Mm-hmm. That was a very interesting single jump, actually. He got so much height off it. Alright, rolling rocks RNG for Droz. He has to avoid the boulder.
Not too much time loss, at least.
No.
Cheese.
Black 2 bounce.
Yeah, that advanced perpendicular side flip setup where you use the glitched wall kick. Oh, Cheese takes a big fall, though. He was trying to play that safe. He wasn't doing that rollout over the flame shooter that most runners go for. And instead, it ended up biting him pretty badly.
Actually, I think he just messed up his movement because usually the rollout's like really safe. So, I don't know what happened there. Maybe he just couldn't get his jump out. Donut platforms are always kind of weird.
That's kind of an interesting camera angle from Droz, using his up left instead of up to set the side flip angle. Very, very clean like
little double jump by walking off the edge there.
Yeah, maybe I'm just terrible at doing the rollout because I've never gotten it to work. I just don't even go for it. Every time I've tried it, I always burn without fail.
If you look at Blue Bob 70 star like the way that he sets it up, as long as you do a jump dive from the same spot, it works every time. So it's actually kind of like a beginner strat to do the rollout over the flame.
Huh. I'll have to look into that then. So I'm probably just using like the completely wrong approach. Droz having a pretty messy reds. Got a nice backup for his first red, but then went for the slide, but just didn't quite have enough speed.
That coin is also a little bit offset from like the rest of them. So like when you do that slide, you have to actually hold down a little bit to get it properly.
I never actually knew that, huh? Stuff in this game tends to be a little bit less aligned than you would think playing it casually. Like, somehow it never occurred to me casually how drastically different every star's height is. You know, Droz not even going for any kind of rollout there, just 2 long jumps to save the day.
That was a really cool speed kick there to get to the star. I haven't seen that before. Most players just dive into it.
And she's going for time jumps first. I think normally he goes for reds first, but...
Or hundreds, yeah.
Well, for whatever reason, he doesn't seem to do hundreds first very often. He's one of the few that goes for this, like, save hundreds for later mentality. Which I can certainly understand, like, just trying to get acclimated to the stage.
That's interesting. I don't know, I feel like hundreds is always the make or break star anyway, so I'd rather get it out of the way. Yeah, going for reds. Really weird. Like, even if you want to just warm up in the stage, it doesn't feel like reds is one of the stars you want to do first.
Yeah, honestly. Shoutouts to my one run where I didn't die at all in TTC except to reds.
That must have been interesting.
It was. A bomb clipped me through the corner. It was... I just laughed. I couldn't do anything else. I was just cackling through the rest of the run. Oh, Droz tries to go for that wall kick a little bit too shallow.
Cheese already missed the coin, it looks like. Alright, grabbing the extra red. Playing it safe.
Yeah, he missed one of the box ones, so at least he has one extra. Okay, Droz now with the side flip wall kick back up. Very, very nice. Just didn't quite go far enough to the left of that nub of wall there. Oh, Droz goes for that long jump to save a little bit of time, but ends up ledge grabbing instead.
Must have been like an invisible ceiling there.
Yeah, I've seen that around a few times.
He's taking the safer strat, gets the first D, so that's actually a little faster, I think.
And meanwhile, Droz having to take a little bit of extra time grabbing his last couple of coins. The spray not too great.
Yeah, Cheese had a pretty awkward angle there, so he had to side flip dive instead.
That was a really, really nice ending from Droz going around the back of the clock. I haven't seen that around too often. Cheese with a very, very clean backup to missing that long jump. All right, now we're moving on to those time-moving triples. Droz's first attempt, very clean.
Oh.
Yeah, he's going to be at kind of a weird point on the pendulum cycle. At least it was away from him and not like on him like it can tend to be.
That's such an awkward wall kick. Like, I've tried that strat. I don't think I've gotten it even once. It's really awkward.
It's weird how many ways there are to do pit and pendulums. I think there's like 3 or 4 separate strats that I think partially depend on like how fast you can get up there with the pendulum cycle, but
Droz also has an interesting triple jump wall kick at the start. He goes way to the right more than other players. Like, where Cheese does it is about where I see most players do it, but if you watch Droz's, he goes way further right.
Yeah, I wonder if like he's just trying to make absolutely certain he doesn't like clip off of the platform, but I feel like that must make it the timing more concise. Like it's got to be harder to actually hit the right timing with that.
Yeah. Actually, it might actually be a little faster or something, because that first jump that he does quicker. I don't know. I'll have to mess around with that.
Feels like they have a ton of speed opening up like that. Might just be the bad bit rate or something, but like it seems like they're jumping immediately and yet it's still having like full speed from it. Kind of wild. That was a strat that like I thought I could do it decently well, but after hours upon hours of practice and still not being consistent at it, I just gave it up for now. It's such a great strat, especially for get a hand. Like the alt movement for get a hand just sucks straight up. But like
it's definitely safer movement if you can hit it, but if you can't hit it, then you're losing time.
Yeah, and you're having to go up the clock on like an offset cycle that can just brutally murder you. It's not comfy at all. All right, now let's see Cheese's bits here. I think we are still looking at a potential 49.
Yeah, maybe.
A fairly low one at that. Droz struggling a lot with these reds here. Cheese with moving right side.
All right.
Super pro. Beautiful movement to close off his bits.
Yep. And he's in the pipe before Droz even gets on the stage. But Droz being a 0/1 star runner, his bits is going to be fire no matter what.
Yeah, if we don't see a Monomo, I'm going to be very surprised. Oh, almost getting that dive.
Yeah. He's on his last throw.
And it's barely good. Okay. Bowser deciding to lend him a bit of a hand and touch that bomb with one of his claws. Well, let's see how Droz handles Sky now.
Good start. Oh, but the triple jump dive. He got a little too much dust on that.
The speed just was not there. Oh, man.
Wow, geez, getting a 48.59. Still keeping it in that 48 minute.
Wow.
Very impressive.
I mean, that's a very low 49. That's 49 -1. GG's to Cheese. Wasn't the cleanest run ever, but still snagging a 48. That takes talent right there.
Yep.
Droz getting much cleaner movement this time around. The moving right side, but of course. And it's good.
And you get the triple jump on the elevators too.
And surprisingly, that's like a conservative strat for him. I've seen him do the triple jump off of the like elevator bars multiple times, even in GSA races.
Yeah, it just depends on what cycle you get it on. I'm pretty sure what strat you choose.
Yeah, Boat Van, doesn't the rainbow color on Bowser kind of like make you think of that synth noise from that track too? Like it seems to fit together really well. I wonder where the diamonds are in the stage. They gotta be somewhere. And we've now got Cheese in the call with us. Cheese, how you feeling after that 48, my man?
I'm doing good. A little bit surprised at my tippy consistency because it was close to perfect except for the death and Rainbow Ride, which only was me pressing A too early. So I just walked off instead of long jumping. But it was a really good ending, which everyone knows is like always the hardest part. So I'm surprised about that.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, Tippy's taken so many lives, so many good race times, but just that one death being like the most major mistake, I'm sure you're proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
You accidentally ground pounded a bunch during that run. What was going through your mind every time that happened?
I think that's the playing with GameCube controller on a different game for a week and just not... That is like just probably a pure controller thing. When you use a controller that is a lot heavier, especially, and then you use a different controller for a different game for a race. Sometimes you just mess up input slightly and like that. I just couldn't happen to press Z quick enough today. I don't know, so I kept ground pounding.
I see. Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't think of that, but that makes a ton of sense. Do you think that the OOT grind, like going in such a different game with like a different type of optimization, did that affect your performance at all, other than the ground pounding?
I don't think so. I thought it would more than it did, but I don't think it did. I felt pretty comfortable with this run overall, and well, I think it's clear that I've also learned how to be more just calm generally in races. So like in season 1, there was if we had face cam for season 1 races, you would have seen how nervous I was every race, just going crazy, trying to keep myself calm. But season 2, I feel way more collected, self-collected, I guess.
That's awesome.
And yeah, with how huge mentality is in races, that's really great to hear. Were you aware of how close this race was? Like, did you have the stream open or anything?
I did. I had the sound on from time to time. Sometimes I like to listen to the commentary, but I did have the stream on for the whole time. I usually do, and sometimes I would glance. Like when you see me looking to the left, that would be me just checking to see where we're at. And I actually enjoyed it because like this was we were synced multiple occasions, so I thought that was cool, and it gave me a little bit more of a push to keep like focusing and not lose my focus. Yeah.
Well, I mean, GG's. This was definitely an awesome race to say. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Not really. Just looking forward to more. I mean, I guess the only thing I would say is if D whatever does not win this season, then I think everyone would be surprised and pissed.
The predictions coming out.
I mean, how he's playing now and like what he's done is just, I'll be shocked if he doesn't win, but we'll see.
I mean, that definitely does bring up an interesting question. I mean, in y'all's last race, very, very close, just a couple of mistakes towards the end kind of sealed the deal on your side. But what do you think? What do you think changed since then? And especially what do you think is going to change going towards the finals when you'll more than likely have to face him again?
Well, I could definitely say that I would be practicing, like getting towards, if I make it a top 8 and top 4 or whatever, I'll be practicing a lot more than now, because now it's just kind of like I'm maintaining, doing other things as well. Just trying to maintain my spot so that I can make top 8. But then once I do, I'm going to have to practice more and make sure that I'm on top of my game, or else I will definitely not be able to match up against top 4.
Do you care much about like what seed you get in top 8?
Yes. I mean, there is amount you need to care, because obviously if you're in first place, you're gonna probably get the easiest match for top 8, because there's 1 versus 8th place, 2nd versus 7th, whatever. So yes, I do, and yeah, I guess yes, I do.
I guess I was more asking like, who do you want to avoid? Is there anyone you want to avoid? Like, do you want to be on the opposite side of the bracket from Punk A or D?
I would. The 2 people I would want to avoid playing in top 8 would be Punk A or D. And well, the way it's going right now, that's probably not going to happen. Let's say if it were to keep going the way it is, more than likely we won't race unless me or Punk A or D are like 4th and 5th. Of course, but those would be the 2 that I would want to. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. GG's on the race. That's going to be it for me on GSA Comms. Thank you so much, Electric.
It's been a pleasure. Absolutely adored this match. This is a great matchup.
All right.
Well, with that, we'll be going back to our 24/7 speedrun variety content, so don't go anywhere. We've always got some sort of speedrun content, whether it's TASes, world records, previous races, etc. But tune in tomorrow for some Mario Maker 2 action. We've got Failstream versus GlitchCat 7 coming up at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so, yeah, until then, see y'all later, and thanks so much for stopping by. Peace.